Say hi. We're live. Say hi. So we're live, talking about planning. Are you going to help me talk about planning? Are you? So we'll just wait for this live feed to build up a bit. If you're watching this back, you can fast forward on a bit. It just takes forever to get it going and for people to join in. And come and say hi. How was your day? Have you got your workout in? How are we doing? So we're just waiting to see if you turn up. Let me know if you're here. The best way to let me know is just click the little blue thumb. So when you're here, let me know. Click the heart or the thumb, the blue thumb. Boom, 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 boom. Tap it, tap it, tap it. We need to know that people are here. You tap it. We're going to talk about planning. Talking about planning to deal with these monsters. Okay, and your health and your energy systems and your fitness systems and making sure that you're on it. So we're going to talk about planning and how it can benefit you. So I think one of the reasons for me why so many dads are overwhelmed and they are struck down. Good workout in, buddy. Good, David. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. And while we probably feel a little... Let's turn this down a bit. We don't need the TV on. And while we probably feel a little bit frustrated with ourselves is because the biggest factor that distracts us is work. Now, you might love your job, you might not love your job, but a lot of the time when I'm talking to people and when people are telling me about their lives, the one big thing that shows up every single time is work. And I think sometimes it's the distractions that work creates. Now, obviously, depending on what type of job that we've got a walk in, had mood around. One of the things that we tend to get distracted by is work. Suddenly things are happening at work. We're being called in early. Suddenly there's a negative energy at work that's distracted you. There's people trying to bring you down. You know, your workload is immense. The budget, when I'm trying to keep up with budgets, we're trying to do everything, and it's mental. You know, the struggle is real. And I think now, because of this, and we spend the majority of our time working, what happens is that we don't tend to plan for all the other times around work. So if you think about work, are you right there? So if you think about work, and then all of the other times that we have around it, so before work, after work, weekends, depending if you're on shift work, around your shift patterns, what we don't do is plan those times. We just are in a reactive state. So I'm just going to do this way so you can actually see what I'm seeing. We are actually in a reactive state. And because we're in a reactive state, we're not planning, we're not putting in the effort that required to make sure that we're looking after our personal development, our health, and our relationships. Now, if we just spent a little bit of time planning that free time around work to make sure that we are working out, to make sure that we are developing personally, to make sure that we're nurturing and looking after relationships, then I think that you could find that you're in a little bit more control with your life, with your daily routines, your daily habits. And one way that I do this is to plan 12 weeks. I plan quarterly. Now, if you're in business, you probably know you have your quarterly targets and all of that stuff. And you can still do that personally for yourself. Now, when people join the Brotherhood, what I initially do when we get on the phone to talk about what they want to achieve, we talk about a 4-week program. And that 4-week program is initially, 4-week goal, sorry. That 4-week goal is initially just to get your foot in the door. So someone that joins the Brotherhood, it's really about orientating yourself, making sure that you know where the workouts are, where the content hub is, the nutritional videos, the structural videos, everything. So by the end of the 4 weeks, they're really set up and orientated to how everything works. After that, I then ask him to create a 12-week goal because we want to be going somewhere. We want to use the time around work to make sure that we're pushing towards somewhere where we want to be. We need some direction. We can't be simply a boat that's drifting. We want to be a boat that has a sail and it has direction. And when you have direction, you have purpose. When you have purpose, you have fulfillment. When you have fulfillment, you're motivated. And it's very difficult because, you know, a lot of us are struggling. A lot of us are in a rut. A lot of us are struggling to see the light and to get out of the trenches. And I get it. I get it all the time. Yesterday, I had my little breakdown, you know, completely got overwhelmed and lost control. And that happens. But because I was super planned, today's been a much better day. And it's how you bounce back that counts, right? And I feel that if you are a individual dad or just a man that is planned and organised and structured, has the habits and the routines to fall back on when it does crumble around you, then I feel that you will be in a much, much better position to take yourself forwards, okay? So little things that you can do to planning. So what I do on a Friday is, let me take a step back. When we go to the 12-week program, think about one main goal that you want to achieve in each in each area. God, I'm getting bombarded here. Think about the 4 that I talk about in my book: health, business, personal development, and relationships. So what do you want to achieve in that time? So let's talk about health. You may want to lose a stone in three months. Your relationships, you might want to introduce a date night. Business, you might just want to concentrate on focusing on 3 things to do rather than having a 20 things to do list that just overwhelms you and never gets done. Personal development, you might want to finish a book. You might want to make sure you introduce podcasts into your life. Something that is simple. And then what we do is make sure that we plan our time efficiently around work so that we are able to fit in small micro wins that lead to the big win at the end of the 12 weeks. Micro wins, small wins, whatever you want to call them. Small stepping stones to achieving. And if you think about it in a year, if we achieve 4 big goals in each of those areas, that's 4, 8, 12, 16, that's 16 goals in total. That is a huge development in your own life. Okay, so in 365 days from now, if you could follow a planning process as simple as creating 1 goal for each category per quarter and achieving that and breaking that down and reverse engineering that, exactly, Alice. I love it. And if we reverse engineer it, we can break down that. And when we do hit those snags, those bear traps, when we do hit those mines and we suddenly drop off and we suddenly have a bad day in the gym, we have a bad day at work, we have a bad day at home, whatever it might be, we can then bounce back and realise that there is a bigger picture here than simply just one small minor glitch. Okay, like I had yesterday, like many people have. We can suddenly take control because we have purpose. You have purpose because you have a 12-week plan to work to. Your purpose is to achieve all of those things. It's including all factors of your life. Okay, health, business, lifestyle, personal development. So you're getting fulfillment. So you're feeling motivated. You're growing. You're on a journey. You're understanding that it's not always smooth running. And this is what we do in the Brotherhood. This is what we do. We hold the guys accountable. We keep them structured. We make sure that they're working to their focus. You know, when they need a kick up the arse, they get a kick up the arse. Workouts done for them. Okay, nutritional guidance done. Phone calls if they need to get on the phone to me. Every single one of the guys in the Brotherhood. Oh, it's gone. You still there? Boom. Every single guy in the Brotherhood has my phone number. So they need to message me, they message me. If they need to book a call, they book a call. That's what we're here for. And that's what a lot of us are missing because we don't know how to do it. We say we're going to do it and never get round to it. And sometimes we need that help, that coaching factor, that accountability. And it works. Trust me, it works. There's like nearly 60 guys in the Brotherhood and all 90% of them have their focus. And the rest of them are not really that interested in the accountability side. They just want the workouts and they want the structure. It's whatever you want, okay? So what I want you to think about now, as an action plan, I want you to go away and do something. So I want you to think about where you want to be in 12 weeks, okay? What goals do you want to set yourself in health, business, relationships, personal development? Choose something, okay? But you're not going to start that 12-week goal now. You're going to start it in 4 weeks. And your first 4 weeks are going to be you slowly building out some habits and routines, getting out of bad habits and routines. It's more like a transition period for 4 weeks that you'll go through. You'll start tracking your calories, you start planning your food, you start introducing routines, you start introducing day nights and getting the work-life balance right. You'll start listening to podcasts. And then what you actually do over those 4 weeks is slowly get into good habit and you build up your flow. It's like someone that's surfing on a small wave and it suddenly gets better and you're smooth and it's smooth running, okay? And then those 12 weeks, bang, straight in. And ironically, that will take you up to Christmas. So you're going to hit Christmas guilt-free, feeling in control, like feeling that you can actually enjoy yourself and have a beer and enjoy all the staff parties because you've been on it for 12 weeks. Okay, so it's worth thinking about. It just, there's lots to think about. Okay, There's lots to think about. When you're planned, you're organised. And I get it's not easy. You know, if you want help, if you want that accountability, if you're looking to take life to the next stage, then you know what, I'm here in the Brotherhood. It costs you like £9.50 a week or £10.50, something, no, not £10.50, £9.50 or £10 or something like that. Ridiculous. Or if you do our 3-month offer, it costs you £8.50 a week. 1 week. Like £39 a month. Okay, it's nothing. It's nothing for some, but it's nothing when it comes to comparing the value of money that you get, is what I mean. I don't mean it's nothing. For what you get and the value that you get, you got me, you got Alba. Alba, tell him. Tell him. We're waiting for you. Bailey stepped up last night. It's your turn. Alba, this way.
What have you got to say?
Tell him. No. She's not quite ready to join the Dad's Coach team yet. Listen, but in all seriousness, think about your planning. Think about your future. 365. It may be crap right now, but in 365 days, your life will be better and you will never look back. I promise you, we're going to change the world. I literally am on a mission to change dads, men, their way of thinking, their state of mind. Everything is dictated by your state of mind. When you're in control, you're winning. When you're planned and you're structured, when you're not winning, you can bounce back better, okay, and not get overwhelmed. I bid you a good evening. We're going to go and watch a film, and it's date night for us, ironically. So we're going to start date night as soon as baby's down, have a Corona, chill out, and have a good night. And I'll catch you all tomorrow, ready to go for another live feed, early doors. Take it easy.